Hi there. I'm Psychic Satellites Tracy Shug, and I am here today with badass researcher, truth seeker, and destroyer of illusions, Jordan Sather. Hi, Jordan.
Hi, Tracy. Thank you for having me on here, and thank you for inviting me to your event this weekend in Seattle. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Hmm.
Yeah, Jordan is going to be one of our speakers at the Leveling Up the Quantum Healing Field event in Seattle on Saturday. You can get tickets at eventbrite.com. But Jordan is a researcher, and he shares a passion for holistic treatments and medicine and alternative ways that you can heal yourself, as opposed to what big pharma thinks you should be using for illness and for healing. So do you want to give us a little overview about what your topics will be at the event on Saturday?
Absolutely. For the first little bit of my talk, I'm going to just go through basically my story. A lot of people out there are fairly unfamiliar with me because I'm pretty new to this game here, but I'm going to go over my story, which naturally leads into my awakening process, which natural healing and understanding pharmaceutical corruption is pivotal in. So then I'll start getting into the history of the setup of the pharmaceutical industry and how that coincides with how the military-industrial complex and the media corporations, and really it was all kind of set up in this country all at the same time, along with the educational institutions. So I'm going to discuss that, and then I'm going to get into really just kind of a brief overview on a lot of different aspects on holistic health, because my researching and my knowledge base is very broad. So I'm going to discuss a little bit of how to move our bodies, proper posture and what imbalanced posture and muscle imbalances in your body can do to you. I'll discuss nutrition, of course, GMOs, fluoride, vaccines. I'll throw in a few alternative suppressed cancer remedies in there. So it's going to be a very varied talk, but that's basically going to be the outline. I'll talk about myself a little bit. I'll talk about the history of the pharma industry, and then I'll get into how to essentially take care of ourselves so we can get off of their medicine and off of their methods just really don't serve us. And to really get our bodies healthy, we have to train our minds. We have to really just know thyself. So my information is really going to help people understand themselves.
That sounds awesome. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. I know I've been encouraging people to bring their notebooks to take notes.
Yeah, this will be a huge 8-hour data dump this day, because you have great speakers, and I'm honored to be there with some of the others on stage.
Yeah, thanks. I'm really, there is kind of a varied crew of different topics or that we're going to be going through that day. So having you there, giving us some great information that we can think about, and we're going to encourage people to. I'm going to have a question box so people can write questions down throughout the day for the roundtable that's going to take place after Eric's done speaking at the very end of the conference. So I'm sure that people will have questions for you that will come up during your talk. But Jordan has been a very busy guy lately, and he had a YouTube channel with about 120,000 subscribers, and that just got deleted. So censorship is running rampant on social media right now, and I wanted to give Jordan the floor to talk about this for a few minutes and really kind of explain what's going on, and also he can let you know where you can find him, since if you go to his channel it won't be there, and we're used to seeing Jordan every day, sometimes twice a day, giving us valuable information about what's going on in the world today. So do you want to talk a little bit about that, Jordan?
Right. I'll briefly discuss it. My baby, my brainchild, Destroying the Illusion, my main channel. Yeah, it neared 120,000 subscribers and over 13 million views in just over 12 months is about 13 months. So it's very fast. And lately, there's definitely been a massive crackdown on people sharing types of information all over the place. We'll say incriminating information for the powers that be and their agendas. So this censorship crackdown is not only limited to YouTube. I mean, I can probably list 5 to 10 channels off the top of my head that have gone dark just over the past 3 or 4 days, but even on Facebook, a lot of people are finding themselves in Facebook jail and having posts removed and being banned for some time there, myself included. So now I'm just, being that my account has been terminated, kind of just deciding where to begin putting my energies into. I have a backup account that I made. It's not a backup account anymore now that my main one's been terminated, but you can find that at Destroying the Illusion 2.0. So basically, if you just go to YouTube and search Destroying the Illusion, that's the first one that comes up, which is good, being that my first one isn't there anymore. So you can find me there. I also have a second YouTube channel called Conscious Strength where I put my health-oriented information. So I've got 2 YouTube channels. I also made a BitChute account. BitChute is somewhat like an alternative to YouTube, not quite as fancy or advanced yet, but it's censorship-free and it's independent. So all my videos I make now archive on BitChute. Either my videos from either one of my channels, you can find them on BitChute. So if either one of those go down, you can find that, and new content will be posted on BitChute and Patreon as well. Patreon is an avenue where people can donate a value that they choose monthly to whatever creator they want. So a lot of people have been very gracious supporting me on Patreon, trying to deal with, this nonsense censorship. This is literally ruining some people's lives. And luckily I have ways through this, so I'm not completely in shambles. But I know some other people who are, it's hitting them very hard. And what's crazy is that this censorship, it's not just political channels or people talking about current events and whatnot, but it's going all across the board. I've seen people with spiritual channels on discussing psychedelics and just everything take a hit. So on a positive note, this is showing us that things are really getting hot, and you can just kind of feel a breakthrough off in the distance on the horizon, just kind of waiting for us. So I think if we can all make it through the next few weeks, there'll be some big breakthroughs I think will come our way.
I know sometimes you have to go through the hard stuff to get to break the other side.
Smooth seas never made a skilled sailor. So I'm just taking this like, hey man, I'll just get to another 100,000 and YouTube will owe me 2 play buttons, They never even sent me the first, so don't expect that. But hey, and it's not even about the subscribers, it's just about getting the message out. So that's why I'm going to still be utilizing YouTube, because that's where everybody's at. Still be doing that, but then of course I'll have different avenues as well. Still have my Twitter, I'll still have my Facebook when that's unbanned. I'll have BitChute. I'm looking at Steam It right now as well for another avenue to get information out. And then of course there's always my website, something that I can't be banned from, destroyingtheillusion.com. You can sign up for the newsletter there and start checking back there more often, because there'll be blog posts that I'll start posting there, of course, because that can't be censored unless they try to hack it or DDoS attack me. But then what's that?
Oh, you know what else they can't censor is meeting in person.
Yeah, there you go.
Saturday, if people want to come and meet in person, I'm sure that this topic is going to come up a lot during the day. Brad and I were talking about it last night, Brad Johnson, who's going to be speaking there. And, there was a little apprehension in his voice when we were talking about it, because he had heard that there are other, just spiritual teachers or healers that were being censored, or, giving them a strike for.
Right. This is a true war on consciousness, and I'm not going to give up. I'm going to continue trying to make people more conscious in whatever avenue I can, whether that's videos on the internet or writing articles or at in-person events, because that's really how we're going to get out of these really dark times that we're in, is just by finding out what's going on and doing something about it. So
I know it's great. A bunch of meetups have been popping up too, and people are really banding together to,
Hmm.
there's strength in numbers, and it seems like the numbers are growing. I mean, they can try to silence us, but that usually backfires. So good luck.
Right. Then people are just really scratching their heads like, wow, this kid had 120,000 subscribers. Why'd they ban his account? They wouldn't have banned it if I wasn't saying unimportant stuff. So, hey,
Exactly.
man.
I know. Well, you have an army of support behind you, so just keep doing what you're doing because
Thank you.
it's valuable and and appreciated.
I
So
appreciate that. I'm extremely excited to be talking to a group of people in Seattle this weekend.
yeah, I know.
Hmm.
So anyway, you should all grab a ticket while they're still available. You can go to eventbrite.com and pick one up there. If you I think that we may have some at the door, but I wouldn't chance it. So check out eventbrite.com. And thank you, Jordan, for joining me today. And we'll look forward to your talk on Saturday and just the whole day in general. It's going to be really fun.
Absolutely. Thank you, Tracy.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.